when it comes down to closing up gaps.
Yeah, usually you expect a flicker implosion. Now, you know, for the side of SRG, I could just walk up to you and implode.
All right, CC being the last pick for Red Esports. This is going to be a really sweep here today.
We start the game with quite a lineup coming from both of these two teams, and I absolutely love the way that we have kind of like a marching order from the side of Selangor Red Giants. But before we even jump on to the rest of that, we do have SRG on the blue and Red Esports on the red.
Yeah, don't worry, LaFell isn't here. We're not colorblind. We know what's blue and what's red. I'm sorry to our colorblind viewers out there. First pick always going to be a left. Second pick always going to be on the right. Now, as this game is going to progress, what are the moments that we should be looking for? Obviously, we're looking for level 4, but at the same time, we've seen time and time again that Owl, he's just going for that Master Assassin. He really wants to beat, oh my goodness, Innocent in lane. And Innocent's kind of chunked out here.
Whoa,
Wait,
they are
what?
really dueling up here in the gold lane. The fact that Innocent got that close when he doesn't have Master Assassin shows that he's doing a good job here.
How are they trading each other out at almost an equal number? That's the thing that I'm kind of surprised with.
It's got to be that Heart of Thievery, right? He's probably like stacking up before he gets back into these fights. I think once he's like max stacked, he gets...
Oh, Sekai.
Ooh, that was close.
Wow.
Very, very close. A good dodge from Owl. The reaction timing on that, I definitely could not do that.
Oh, no, I would have used Flicker, for sure. Like, I wouldn't even bother with a tactical roll. I'm just flickering out of there. Hell no.
Instant gratification is what we want, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, but to talk about the timings here, Red Esports in this game definitely has way more damage in the first few minutes. I'm expecting them to have advantage on the first turtle, though they are dealing with a Suyo. This hero handles that very well.
Oh no, Owl. He still have Flicker though, but
he's dead.
He went for the Flicker, but Innocent winning this Beatrix in the gold lane under 2 minutes?
How?
That's unheard of.
Did he whiff? Did he think that he didn't see the tactical roll? I don't know. I don't know about that one, but things are not going very well right now for Red Esports.
Oh.
That's 2 kills going over to SRG.
Coming from comfort pick from the side of Owl.
Yeah.
He technically should know if whether that can be seen or not.
Like, Owl should understand, Beatrix wins lane against Claude any day of the week.
And he has Master Assassin.
Yeah, Innocent, how? I don't even know. I wish we had a closer look at that. But trading Turtle for 2 kills early on, not very worth it for Red Esports. They're gonna use the diversion to try and steal buff, but Yums already sees it.
He's currently still at level 3 though, don't have the implosion just yet, but the rest of the members from the side of Red Esports, especially Grace, is taking quite a beating. And now Stormy actually did manage to take away the Primal Ref and wanted to do something onto Kim, but that is going to be a flicker of Shadow that's going to be connecting, but unfortunately not quite enough to save Kim as well as himself, as he sacrificed himself to make sure that Red Esports will be able to do a little bit more. Look at the help of the unit as the guys, as Sensui was hoping that he'll be able to close up that fight.
It's 100% now, guys. SRG is back. This is 100% what they did all season.
Oh, this is pissing me off, man. This is
What, are you puckering too hard?
No. I don't have hemorrhoids just yet. I'll let you know and let you have a look at it when it does come. But this Revitalize is kind of bull. It's kind of BS right now. How do you survive that?
It's just great timings, great layering from the Red Giants. And one of the things that they've always been good at in fighting is understanding the nitty-gritty of their limits with every single hero.
Kinda knowing how much you can tank, how much you gotta have to run away, or when you're gonna run away. That's kind of scary, right? You know how to like stagger the amount of damage and goes, just kind of cycle how much I take from a certain opponent.
Yeah, but I gotta give it to Grace. He was playing that like perfectly. He tried his absolute best to keep him away, but now this next fight, it's not going to be easy against Stormy. Oh,
yep, Iris, he kind of went all the way in, but at least he does have Vengeance. Oh, there we go. That's what you want to see! The big implosion, imploding right down onto Red Esports.
Oh man, that is gross. I would not want to be in Red Esports' shoes. Iris did a good job. He bought a lot of time. Rest of the team thought, all right, let's go back up Iris. Yums rubs his hands together and says,
I can't. Let's look at the instant replay route. Just look at the beautiful feint here. We see that CC jumps on in to try and distract them, but Yums is not even looking at Iris. He's looking at the 3 juicy targets who's about to get imploded on. And they even, somehow he communicated that with Cram perfectly. Implosion straight into the glorious pathway. Really great stuff coming in from SRG. It feels like the tunnel vision has faded away and now they have their full peripherals.
Jetty's kind of scary, the fact that he started walking towards the enemy fast enough. Even the glorious pathway came out a little bit late. But in the meantime, we're taking a look at Grace. He's terrified, but at least he was able to kind of pop himself right out of the firelight and flickers himself out of the way.
All right, good Primal Wrath there for now. 75 more seconds until we see the next turtle. So far, while this battle has been going up pretty evenly, Sensui previously, like a minute ago, was 2 levels ahead of Sakai's. Now Sakai's has caught up to him, but Sensui, technically, he still has 75% more EXP than Sakai. So almost a level. Maybe they can do something with that timing, considering... Oh, hold on. They've got information about that purple. Are they looking to force?
They could, but they have to be careful. This time Red Esports will be expecting them. So looks like SRG are going to focus on cutting off the mid and bot wave instead. While it is true that Sensui still has a bit of an EXP lead, Selangor Red Giants 3k gold lead, 8 kills to 0.
I think they might be able to force here, but Red Esports, they're going to be a little late on this, right? They are expecting Yums to be in one of those bushes, and right now they don't have a guaranteed way to open up the map other than Grace. And Grace doesn't have his flicker, so he has no guarantee of survival.
So what, the only thing that they can have is Iris, since he technically does have a vengeance and should be able to get a pretty decent damage reduction from it.
I mean, I guess, but his wave clear is not that great either. So SRG, they kind of don't mind just waiting it out.
So Iris just has to try and distract them with his yo-yo tricks. Otherwise, there's no real way of going it, because we can see that they're playing around Grace so well. Look at how they sidestepped it!
As we have the glorious pathway, Cram was hoping that he would kind of push himself backwards. But finds the kill down on the Grace. This Bill Alpha wasn't able to do quite much. Essentially finds himself in the heat of the battle. As Al gets himself one, but at a sacrifice of himself. And now, Kim getting a good amount of waiting for one another. As Sakai's ends one for all, as Innocent survives with a sliver of health.
What an outplay. What an absolute monster outplay coming in from both Innocent as well as Sakai. Sakai's jumped straight into the back line, and Innocent just has to have fancy footwork. And you're right, Snafa. Look at these side steps.
Look at them!
Can't touch this. You can't touch this.
I feel so bad for Grace.
It's like SRG thing, right?
I mean, would you say it's out mechanics or is it just movement? I say it's movement.
Very much movement. They look at Grace, they just see like a large statue standing there. It does not matter to them. And that means Red Esports has no solid way of engaging. That previous fight, Red Giants actually made a mistake in their positioning. They got caught in like a 3-4-man Spear of Alpha into Nibiru's Passion. But because Red Esports was so behind, it didn't matter.
All right, walk me through this, because so far, huge lead for SRG, right? 5k gold lead. What do you think about the Starlium Scythe on top of the Glowing Wand for Stormy?
I mean, there's Edith on the other side. And that's all the explanation you really need. He's going to steal Primal Wrath. He's going to do damage. He is basically a second marksman when he has that ultimate stolen. So that's another thing. Grace is not only not able to contribute to his team, he's contributing more to the Red Giants.
It's like, it's so much disrespect. And it's not even his fault. He just wants to play the game. He wants to be an honest support.
Oh, he hit someone.
Onwards, connecting down the Cram, and now he re-engages again with the glorious pathway, but he's literally just showing himself to the enemy, like, come and get me.
That regen is gross.
The regen is pretty gross right now, but I think they really need to utilize Kim's diversion, right? They need to send people across the map.
Right.
They need to be able to kind of stay on top and minimize this gold lead, because they are bleeding heavily right now, 9 minutes into the game.
But would that be a gamble, though? Just kind of like dropping onto the opponent's side and just kind of hoping that I win a fight based on my movement?
Well, I think they just need to drop the payload somewhere. And I think in this case, dropping the payload towards bottom side, jumping towards mid is probably their safest bet.
Yeah, I think using it for macro play makes a lot more sense. Have Kim escort Owl to go split push a lane and then use it to get out once they see the rotation of the Red Giants to the other side of the map. You cannot use it to engage right now. 5k difference means you are not winning team fights, especially against the Grill.
Oh, conceal. Never mind. Not gonna be hitting Iris just yet, and I don't think that Selangor Red Giants wants to overcommit onto this either.
Agreed. They got Lord on their side. Honestly, it is just a waiting game, and I think that SRG needs all 3 of their waves to kind of push on in. It's free economy, right? I'm expecting all the T2s to actually fall down here. Maybe Red Esports could look for a macro play to maybe save a T2, or better yet, save a Holy Barrier at the very least.
But we can see now Red Esports really does not have much control anymore. Even with a low Yi, they are losing out in macro just because of how well the Red Giants have played around them throughout this entire game. This is the return to form we were all waiting for, and unfortunately, Red Esports are on the receiving end.
Oh, what? They saved the barrier! How did that... Huh? That minion... I thought that minion for sure was poking its nose forward. So they lose the barrier on that top side. The second wave will trigger it this time, unless Iris...
Oh!
You're
Okay,
but
Holy Defense.
Good try, good try.
1.5 minutes to go until the Holy Defense would have dropped down anyways. But there's the go. Grace start things out with the Earth Shatter.
Oh!
For Stormy, he did manage to get himself away with just that a little bit, but unfortunately the yo-yo tricks as well as the entanglement just make sure that Stormy, oh wait, hold a second, the Neighbor's Smash is not quite enough to bring Stormy out just quite yet. As now Red Esports, they made sure that they will be able to get a little bit more value out of that fight.
Finally, a punish coming in from Red Esports. A really good play coming in from both Iris and as well as Grace. Obviously, Grace being the sacrificial lamb, but entangling them together really slowed down the retreat. So maybe, at this point of time, Red Esports, they've got an angle. It's just really hard to set up unless SRG are moving towards them.
Oh wow, fleeting time, second item on Yums. He's just feeling it. He wants to go for those implosion plays. But we can see, if Grace is actually able to get things started, Red Esports has the damage. It's just that this Edith has been sidestepped so many times. The Red Giants got punished a bit for their positioning there. Let's see if it will happen again.
Now, Trinity already complete for Innocent, and he's got the Winsome Nature. Smart enough Owl. He's been catching up. He got his first 2 BOD and as well as Malefic straight into the Winsome Nature to protect himself from the Blazing Duet, if not Sakai's at a bare minimum. But I don't see a scenario where Red Esports can actually force spawn SRG unless SRG whiff it, like entirely whiff the engage.
I think it would require quite a lot of whiffs from SRG, and especially since Red Esports, they don't have a way to really make sure that, okay, everyone's gonna get hit by the Nibiru's Passion or the Bandit's Rage at one go.
Yeah, they're, again, depending very heavily on Grace to get that catch on the right target here. SRG has a lot more leeway to play around, but we've already seen that it is possible to get under their skin just a little bit. Both teams positioning on opposite sides of the Lord Pit right now. They don't know where each other are, but Kram is starting to scout.
Yums really wants to get himself in the face of Iris. Sakai still continues to take the Lord away for himself. Sensui definitely tried, but right now he's within a Lord Pit and it doesn't seem like he will be able to get out at all. As now the rest of the members for the side of Red Esports, they want to tuck their tail and run away, but Owl flicks forward! Only to be punished by Sakai, as that is offensive footwork once again. Sakai found one, and now the rest of the members from the side of Red Esports, they are just unable to turn things around. Iris pops a vengeance at that low amount of HP! And the arrow seals the deal for Sakai!
Oh, with that being said, you know it's going to happen. They don't even need the Lord. GG! Well played for the Selangor Red Giants as they move on in the lower brackets, knocking out Red Esports.
This is what the SRG fans have been waiting for here. A clean sweep in the lower bracket, eliminating Red Esports. SRG shall move on to the lower